Hey, yo, welcome to Real Talk Live. We are back. My name is AJ. This is Blake. And this is the fun guy himself, Austin. Welcome to the show, y'all.
I know, I'm excited.
Look at us. Look at how pretty we are. Sierra says, hey guys, what is up? Good to see you, Sierra.
Man, I look so fat and out of shape.
Get out of here, dude. Oh, man. How are y'all doing tonight? I see we have 7 people on, only one person has said hi, so y'all better say something.
Come on. Where are you guys at? I'm excited for today.
Oh, I'm sure you are. You're probably going to torture us somehow.
I want to let you know because I don't know everything he gets. But when I looked back and saw chicken nuggets, just plain chicken nuggets, that's horrifying to me because I know the concepts of things that he buys.
Sure.
It's not going to be good for us.
No, probably not. And honestly, here's the thing. I think Austin is subtly trying to ruin my love for chicken nuggets. I'm going to tell you right now, it's not going to happen.
Honestly,
you can do whatever you can. It's not bad.
Listen,
Josh says, sup. John says, hey, guys, what up, y'all?
Oh, what's up? Hey, Lindsay, how's it
Good
going?
evening, family. What's up, Lindsay? If you guys have not already shared the stream, go ahead and share the stream so we get more people on here. I want to see a whole bunch of folks on tonight. We're going to have a good show for you. It's going to be exciting.
The more people, the better it's going to be to watch them suffer.
Let's see. So, you might be asking yourself, what is this? What are these 3 goofy fellas, goofy, handsome fellas, doing at this square table, looking to the camera, talking into mics? This is Real Talk, where you guys get an opportunity to ask anything you want about God, life, the Bible, everything and anything in between.
Bang.
You can even ask us questions about ourselves, and we're going to answer as honestly as we can and as best as we can.
That's right, man.
And if we don't know the answer, guess what we're going to do? We're going to tell you we don't know.
Yeah.
And then we're going to research it, and I'll come back and be like, yo, I got your answer. But you can ask questions anytime in the comments below. Tube Crew, I got you this week. I'll be keeping an eye if you're there with us on the Tube Crew.
Tube Crew.
So, or you can ask any question you want anonymously at our link at www.theremnant.life/real-talk. And you enter your question in there, we can't find you. We don't even know who sent it. We don't even know where it came from. Could be from Russia for all we know. I don't know. But it happens anonymously, instantaneously, and anonymously. So,
Yes.
we can't find you. I promise we can't because we've tried because there have been some pretty jerky comments. But
Absolutely there has been.
ask your questions in there. And that can be about anything. So, ask away.
Well done, my friend.
Hey, that's what
Good
I'm
intro
here
to the show. Nice. Josh has already dropped in questions. He says, "What's your favorite church memory?"
That is actually something I'll talk about with real random for me, at least one of my favorite church memories.
Oh, nice. Okay.
for.
Josh,
Before we hop into that real
go
quick,
for
Bill,
it. Go for it. What's
we
up,
got to
buddy?
address the man in the back. Fun turn, Clint. Man in the station back there.
Hello.
There he is.
There it is. I if you guys haven't watched the pre-recorded, I filled in this past one, and the very last is I tried to do my best fun turn impression to close the show out, like closing remarks. You guys will have to let me know your thoughts. Was it good? Was it bad?
Was it in between?
Was it in between? Was
know.
it? Did you not even know fun turn wasn't there?
That'd be amazing.
Because I did so. I sounded just like him. I don't know.
What's up, Scott? Good to see you, brother.
Oh,
All right, man. Cool.
But like and share the stream, guys. We're just here to hang out, and here in a few minutes, we're probably gonna do something that's gonna cause us a terrible amount of mouth, throat, and stomach pain.
I really hope not. but we'll
That's
see.
my guess.
I think
My
you're
guess
right,
is it's gonna be something horribly hot.
it's a safe guess.
No, he goes, yeah. That's pretty accurate.
It's a safe guess.
Gosh dang it, dude.
Yeah.
But like and share. We got 13 people on. Fun turn. How many shares we got right now?
He goes, I'll be can't speak, so that's fun.
Boy, that'll be interesting.
Yep, I can't wait to go back and watch that.
5 shares.
5 shares.
5
Less
shares,
than
y'all.
half
Come on.
of you.
Less than half?
Wow.
Oh gosh.
Good golly, guys.
Listen, you guys claim to be our family.
You claim to be fans, at least.
Fans at the very least. The least you can do for us is share the stream. So please share the stream.
You're already here. You're already watching. You already commented. You already liked it. Just share it.
That's right. That's all you got to do.
Yep.
It's just a button. That's it.
Just click it.
Just click the button.
Just click the share button. And then click the button that says post or share now or whatever.
Whatever it is.
For just one share on a Thursday evening, you guys can help 3 awkward and goofy guys talk about Jesus.
That's right, man.
Hey, it's right. 'Cause that's all we're here to do.
Pretty much, yeah.
Cool, man.
Tube crew, I see you guys. We got a few people hopping
Oh,
on.
heck yeah, Tube
hopping on
Crew.
the
What
tube.
up? What up, Tube
awesome.
Crew?
John's like guilt trip.
Yep.
Hello, Scott. Good to see you, brother. I just talked to Scott a few minutes ago.
Dude, Willie shared it with 8 different people.
Sure
Willie,
did.
you're the man, dude.
I love
awesome.
it. That's amazing.
Oh, yeah.
Miss you, dude. Hope to see you Sunday.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
I love Willie. It's good to have you on, man.
It's awesome. How many people we got on YouTube?
Looks like we got a couple people on YouTube right now.
Nice, man.
Nice.
Cool.
Exciting.
But good to see you guys. We're happy you're here. I'm happy you're here. Let us know you're here.
What's up, Marcus? Marcus is on.
But I think with that being said, we'll go ahead and hop into our first segment here, which is Real Random.
Real random.
Real Random.
There it is.
So, anyway, what's Real Random? It's typically us doing terrible things for our bodies for your amusement. And I assume this week is not going to be any different because Fun Guy let us know that a horribly hot something was a safe guess. So, Fun Guy, what do you got for us this week?
Well, let me grab the first part of Real Random today.
Okay. The first part of Real Random is
What's up, Luke?
chicken nuggets.
Notorious MTV.
Chicken nuggets. Are they normal chicken nuggets? Who knows? That's part of the mystery.
Dang it, man.
So I'm
Are
set.
those? I want to take guesses on where they came from and who's
What's up,
they are.
James?
I'm gonna know as soon as I take a bite.
I mean,
but-
you could probably guess where they came from.
Oh, yeah, I can definitely
yeah.
guess.
Yeah, so not by
Hello, Kate.
not by my subtle drink I just had.
John will be AFK. He'll be right back though. Caitlin,
So-
how's it going? And John's back.
What I have today, guys, I have Melinda's Craft Pepper Sauces and Condiments.
Okay.
This is the best part. Their slogan, which I think is really cool. Instead of set your mouth on fire, it says set your mouth on flavor.
Okay.
I did a lot of research into this, and this hot sauce is very good at mixing heat and flavor, so it's actually really, really good.
Okay.
And so it says, you want fire, that's easy. Anyone can strike a match, but few can strike a balance where heat and flavor find themselves on equal footing. So at Melinda's, we pride ourselves on striking the perfect balance in every sauce that they make.
I'm intrigued. Highly.
I'm somewhat excited now.
I am. I'm somewhat excited, but also nervous because, like,
But once I open this and you guys see what's inside, you guys might hate me for it.
Oh
Oh,
gosh,
no.
is it just straight like Reaper and Ghost Pepper? It is. Isn't
Close.
It? Good God.
We have their 2022 Special Series sauce, habanero pepper sauce.
okay.
Okay. We have the new Trinidad Scorpion hot sauce. And we have the very famous and a very classical one, Ghost Pepper sauce.
Okay. At least it's not Reaper. At least
No,
it's
but
not
that
Reaper.
will be coming later on.
it was on back order. It's coming.
No, that's actually a special home sauce that I made.
Oh, that's. I'm scared of the Trinidad, dude. I'm scared of the
Now,
Scorpion.
is there any sort of like rating? Like, hey, this is mildest to hottest.
Oh, yeah.
So
Is there a way to
no,
know?
this is going to be the least hot. This is going to be the most hot, and this one's in between.
In between.
This is the least hot.
No.
This is
The,
the
the,
okay.
the habanero.
Okay,
habanero
gotcha.
one.
All right, so
So well, same thing. Rate
Also,
it off heat and flavor.
I just want to clarify. These are not just your normal, because this is a Trinidad Moruga scorpion pepper, and this is a Butjolakia ghost pepper. Whatever that means, but it basically means this is gonna hurt.
oh man.
Sierra hopped over to the tube.
I'm a little
Sierra,
nervous.
welcome to the tube crew.
Oh, what's up, Sierra?
She said Facebook was acting up.
Oh, of course. Mr. Z doesn't like us very
Nope.
much. All right, man. So okay, so this is the least hot.
Yep. And these are not normal chicken nuggets either.
They're the spicy ones.
Of course.
So you got to add spice on top of more spice. Gosh, Austin.
Like I said, this is something that other people enjoy, like myself, and other people hate, like them.
Oh boy.
I'm actually not, I'll be honest with you, I'm actually not looking forward to this.
So what's the plan here? We're just gonna kind of
Just grab a chicken nugget, pour a little hot sauce
Little
on,
dab.
little dab.
Yep.
All right, man. I'm
judge it off of heat and flavor.
okay. So have you?
At
So
least
I
these
know.
are fresh.
I know a lot of the time you tell us that you like to taste test these before. So have you already tasted these or
No, this is going to be a live reaction from me as well.
With you? Okay, I'm having a hard time with this, man.
Lindsay says y'all need to watch the Dirty Jobs where he's at Pucker Butt Pepper Farms. The guy grows and processes reapers and all different peppers. Actually, I love Dirty Jobs, so I haven't seen that one, so I'm probably going to go back and see what I can find.
I'm gonna look up if I can get some of those peppers.
I want to see your method here because I was having a heck of a time trying to get some.
It's not super easy, I'm not going to lie, but
I'm actually
I
gonna
kind of
do
want more.
you're just going to do that. That's probably the smartest way. I don't know why I picked up the nugget first.
Gosh, there we go. That's good for me. All right, guys. So this one is the
RL?
This is the
Welcome.
habanero. This is the
Habanero.
2022 version.
2022.
It smells kind of nice.
It smells good.
It smells good.
It smells phenomenal. You guys ready?
Ready?
Yep, cheers,
1,
man.
2, 3. Okay.
I'm sorry. If
I like it.
Nope.
I like it.
Yeah. I don't know if this actually works, but
I don't think it does.
I'm actually gonna get a little more. I like this.
Now the hard part about this is because you got spicy nuggets. This one, these ratings are gonna have to be asterisked.
it's true because it's not pure heat based off of the sauce itself.
You want to
But
know how to fix that?
Oh, good golly.
So, I'm gonna go flavor wise. I'm gonna give it a 6.
Okay.
It's pretty good. Heat 3.
Yeah.
Not very hot.
Yeah, I'm probably in the same spot. About a flavor wise, I'm gonna give it like a 5. Like it was kind of sweet. It was
Yeah.
good. Heat, I'm about 3. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I would give it about 5 flavor. I'd give it about 1.5 heat.
Good golly.
For those of you who don't know Fun Guy, he is just a hothead, man. This
He's-
dude,
oh,
a
he loves
pepperhead. I mean, not a hothead, a pepperhead. This dude just loves hot stuff. So
But reminded me of the
Nice.
series Hot Ones. Yeah, kind of simple.
that's a great show. I would probably not survive on that show. If I'm honest with you, it'd be terrible.
But if you guys are just joining in, this is Real Random, where we do really random stuff for your entertainment. Right
That's
now,
right.
Fun Guy Austin over here. Oh boy.
Are you sure it's not the hottest one?
It's not supposed to be.
Well, these two both have the same amount of flames.
Darker flame.
Darker flame.
Yeah.
The darker
Oh,
flame.
that's orange flame. This is red flame. My bad. I'm sorry. Anyways, all right. So yeah, so what we're doing
load
right
us
now,
up.
we're trying some Melinda's different flavorful hot sauces. What they're supposed to be.
Oops.
Well, that's fun, guys. I can tell you that.
Oh, I don't mind.
He's taking that one. Okay. And we're trying them. We'll give you guys a rating on. I'm not even gonna smell. Good golly.
I'm so excited for this.
I tasted the heat by smelling it. I want you to know my mouth got hotter just from smelling it. Anyways, so Melinda's. This is the
This is the scorpion pepper.
scorpion pepper.
Trinidad scorpion
this,
pepper.
This gives me
We're good
hauntings
Trinidad scorpion. All right, so
from Chris Courtney's mom.
here we go.
All right, here we go.
1, 2, 3.
Cheers.
Sorry. I'm scared because it doesn't burn as much. Nope, there it is. I lied.
It's coming. Oh yeah, it's there.
There it is. Found it.
Yep. A little bit of a delayed burn.
A little bit of a sneak attack.
Though
Sneaks around the bushes.
It tastes very good. They have done a
I
good
know.
job with flavor. So
I've done a
far.
lot of research on this one, and like all the reviews are 10 out of 10 heat and flavor mix.
Wow.
It's really
Yeah,
good.
man. It's like it makes sense that they put this like as like their brand because they do a really good job. I'm gonna give this
really good.
I actually really like this flavor more than the other one. I'm gonna give this a 7 flavor. It's making me salivate though, so it's hard to. I'm gonna
That's
give
not
it
good for
a.
you guys.
Yeah, it's not. I'm gonna give it a. Let's see. I gave the other one like a 3, I think. I'm gonna give this one a 5. 5 heat.
Yeah, I'm pretty close with you. I'm gonna say flavor about a 6. I like it more than the other one. A little bit.
Yeah.
It had a really nice flavor. The heat man was like a thief just sneaking around the bushes, and then he just square in the jaw.
Sneak
Heat,
attack.
heat for me because my range is clearly a little bit different than your guys. I'm gonna go like 7.
Okay. Man, I worry for you on this
I
next
know,
one,
I'm
bro.
not excited.
I worry.
Yeah. I would say flavor. I'm there at like 5 or 6. I really like it. Heat, it's low.
You know it's low. He's like, I won't even number it. man.
it's a 4. It's a 2.5.
It's got my eyes sweating. So
Yeah.
that's when I know it's getting real.
the cheek sweat.
Yeah. All right, you guys ready for the last
I
one?
think we are. Scott, Caitlin, by the way, we love you guys.
Love you guys so much.
you
We've
guys.
been praying for you, so
Absolutely.
I'm happy you guys are on. It's good to see you guys.
Yep, good to have you guys in some community. All right, man.
Oh boy, so this is the boot. What is it? Boot
Ghost pepper.
Yeah. Good God, why? Stop.
I think the most. All right, I'm gonna go that one.
I'm having too much fun with this.
This is the
Hello,
Boot
Darlene.
Jolakia Ghost Pepper Hot Sauce from Melinda's.
Boy, this is gonna be rough, man.
All right, well,
All right, boys, you ready?
no. No, I'm not.
We'll see how this goes.
I'll have to leave around to get my fiance to work, but it's still live. Caitlin, 9:30 is just getting the show started.
Yeah, we should still be around.
Oh yeah, so absolutely. So, shall we?
We shall.
All right, 1, 2, 3.
Cheers.
Oh boy.
Wow.
I'm
I can't
scared.
believe I'm saying this, but this feels like it's the least hot.
Actually, I actually might agree.
I think this might be the least hot one. How is this possible?
I think it's weird because I would agree with you guys.
What is happening?
I don't know.
It was so good.
I mean, it's kicking in.
I mean, it's there's a little bit there, but it is not. The Scorpion was way hotter.
Yeah, I agree. I'm waiting for like a
Wow.
delayed.
I know, me too.
I'm waiting for like a delayed heat to kick in here, but so far,
Damn. Yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead.
I'm gonna go with a flavor of like 7 again because that was actually really good. I'm gonna give it a 4 heat because again, that wasn't. This was hotter than that. So
I would agree with you on like my flavor wise. I'd say like 5 or 6. Heat, just drop it. Yeah.
just drop it. It goes, yeah, whatever.
Whatever, man.
Thank you,
I'm
Scott.
gonna
Appreciate
say-
you, brother.
Yeah. Flavor. The only thing I didn't like about the flavor is it tasted very peppery.
Yeah.
And I don't like the
think
taste
that's
of,
what I liked about
of
it, actually.
peppers. So I'm gonna give it like a 5 on the flavor.
Yeah.
Like a 4. Like I was surprised. Like I was expecting to just get cold cocked. And
Oh,
there wasn't much.
Well, listen, we have 16 people right now. I want to make kind of
Oh no.
make a little
Thank
bit
you,
of a challenge.
Sierra. I'm glad they didn't kill us too.
Your challenge?
Yeah, if they get to at least 30, 35 views, depending on what you guys say, we can do like a suicide
And do
hot
all,
sauce.
do all of them?
Mix all 3 of them.
I'm game.
All right, 30 people. 30 people on at once before the show ends. We'll do a suicide of all 3 sauces.
Do we have any more nuggets?
Those 2. So we'll just
2 of us will do a suicide.
Blake's like, I'm out. I'm out.
no, we can break one in half.
Yeah, I know. Dang. So
I feel like it's sneaky. That one's also sneaky.
it's lingering longer. I'll give it that. Feels
Yeah.
like it's lingering longer, but
But yeah, still not very hot.
Scott says try Da Bomb hot sauce.
have to
Or
look
do
into
it on a 1 chip.
One chip is the real deal, man. One chip is terrible.
Yeah, we almost lost AJ.
That was bad, man. The one chip challenge was
Thank you.
very close to what I experienced with the Death Nut challenge. It was very close.
Yeah, and I tried a little bit of a remnants of it, no pun intended, and it's the real deal.
It is, man. It doesn't mess around.
But
Yeah, I didn't do my research on that one because it turns your tongue blue.
so that was real random where we tried some Melinda's hot sauce.
Hope you enjoyed
Overall,
it.
some of the probably better flavored ones. We were probably still others that tasted better, but for the amount of heat to flavor was pretty solid.
Absolutely. So if you're looking for something that's hot but also flavorful, Melinda's.
Yeah. So that being said, though, we will move on to our next segment. Fun guy, do you know what our next segment is?
If I'm not mistaken, it is Remnant Roulette.
That's a fun noise. What is Remnant Roulette, you may ask? We ask you all a question. You answer it within 5 minutes. You get entered into a drawing to win a prize at the end of the show. But you must stick around because we don't draw it to the end.
That's right. And Zeke, no, we didn't. This happens
All the
probably
time.
I would say, if the average Sunday has 4, or the average month has 4 Sundays, I would say we match 3 out of 4 Sundays.
Yeah.
And it's never on purpose. Like, we don't talk.
Nope, I get up way before him, and I get dressed first, and I think he just somehow knows and just copies me.
Or, maybe I just lay my clothes out the night before and you copy me, so.
Yeah,
What's
you're
up,
not
Wade?
that organized.
Anyway, so. That's fair. Hello. So, anyways,
Fun banter.
fun turn. What you got for our Remnant Roulette question this week?
Alrighty. The question of the week is, what is your ideal weekend?
Ooh, ideal weekend. So,
That's right.
remember, if you guys answer this in the comments, you'll be added to our list, and then we pick a random winner, and you have to be on towards the end of the show, and we'll announce the winner. If you're on, you win a prize.
Boom, there it is.
So we'll answer it while you guys are as well. So AJ, what's your ideal weekend?
Man, my ideal weekend. Here we go. This is probably going to sound ridiculous. Friday, go to a wrestling show. Watch some wrestling. Get a tattoo after that. After that, hang out with my friends on Saturday. Play Dungeons & Dragons. That's it.
Sunday's part of the weekend, too.
Go to church.
Okay. Austin, fun guy. What you got?
Ideal weekend is just hanging out with friends and family Friday and Saturday, spending time together, spending time with my wife and my son, and then coming together on Sunday with my church family and just spending time together.
It's cool, man.
That's pretty much basic.
Let's see. For me, Friday night, I'm gonna say just a night just hanging out, get dinner with some people and just hang out. Maybe play some board games or card games or something.
There you
Just hang out and chill. Saturday morning, I wake up, go hit the lake,
Hit the lake. I love it.
go fishing.
Nice.
Go fish until, sunrise to, probably noon, 1 o'clock. Come back, get a nice club sandwich for lunch. nice turkey club sandwich. Then that afternoon, evening, probably go hunting. Ideally, shoot a big buck.
Oh, yeah.
But go hunting. Come back from that, pick up some pizza. Go to D&D. Play D&D all night long. Saturday night. Wake up Sunday. Perform worship. Go to church. Have a blast. Play basketball Sunday night. Weekend's over.
Boom. There it is, man. I like
right.
it. Very,
The
very
most
in-depth.
important. The most important part of this, though, is the club sandwich.
That is the turkey. It has to be a turkey club.
It has to be a turkey club.
Yep. That does not surprise me at all. Some of these are
Random
really
side
cool.
effect of possibly the hot sauce. My eye has been twitching. Anybody else? No.
No.
No,
I mean, I
you're-
twitch
you're-
normally. I'm one step ahead of you.
Jordan says Blake sees you walk in and changes his clothes.
That's probably
that's
what
happened a couple of times.
Yeah.
Scott, family time at the races. That'd be cool.
Oh, yeah.
Cool. What kind of races? 'Cause I'm curious because there's so many types.
Zeke says playing would be camping or staying in, playing video games.
Oh, yeah.
Lindsay says camping and on the boat.
Do you camp on the boat?
No, I think that's why she said and.
I know. That's why I'm asking. Do you?
Well, no, if she won.
It's a possibility.
He's like, moving on.
John says going and browsing bookstores, music, and coffee.
Oh, nice.
That'd be cool.
Can't forget the coffee.
Jordan spending the weekend at the lake with with my fam.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Spending time with my hubby and also being with my church and some softball. Nice. Yeah, we
Nice.
got softball season coming up. We'll have
Oh,
to be,
yeah.
what is it, 4-time reigning champs?
Defending champs, baby.
Let's do it. Allie says taking a nap on Friday, then fly somewhere for the day on Saturday, Sunday church and a nap.
Oh, yeah. Can't forget the
Nice.
Sunday nap.
Willie on the boat catching lots of fish. I'm with you. Let's do it.
Nice.
I'm
Make
down.
it a date. Go for it.
Let's see.
Trent.
Mad Max.
Nice. Mad Max.
Mine is to go kayaking, paintballing, and shooting guns on one weekend. That's true, man. Oh man, I would like to squeeze in some paintballing in there. Maybe like Sunday afternoon after church, you go play some paintball.
There you go. Skip the nap.
Yep,
Yeah,
skip the nap.
Go
Nah.
play some paintball.
Nah.
Auto racing for Scott.
Okay.
You talking like dirt track or? I'm curious, like Eldora type of stuff. Lindsay says, yes, we can. So they can camp out on the boat. So I apologize. I apologize.
Thank you.
That's on me.
Oh no. What's up, Carly?
Hey, Carl's Barkley.
Carl's Barkley.
Carly Horse. Carly Davidson.
Expect you to keep going.
I ran out of. I mean, I probably there's probably a couple more down there, but those are the three that came to mind. What's
Nice.
Josh say? Friday, having a community night, then a movie. Saturday, some kind of sporting event,
Nice.
and being with my boys. Sunday with the church fam, being with God. Nice. Scott says all. He doesn't care, man. Just take the man to the races.
Right, take him race.
That's awesome.
Nice.
He's going fast again.
John says, I wouldn't mind doing paintball again. It's been years. Listen, we just need to commit to doing a men's.
This has been talked about for a long time.
Airsoft is much better.
All right, cool, man.
Yeah, Scott says it don't matter. We love it all. Hey, I get it, man. I'm with you.
All right. Has it been 5 minutes? Anybody know? Because I did not look at the time. I did not look at the time.
I was so busy reading
guys-
all their stuff. I was so interested and fascinated by everything they did. I didn't notice the time.
You guys have about 60 seconds to get your responses in if you haven't already. You
1
got about
minute.
1 minute, and then we're pulling it down, and then that's
right.
it. And we're moving on.
We're moving on.
So, listen, Scott, if you want to talk about a guy that loves racing, I love it too. You should ask AJ about the time I downloaded the new NASCAR game and just
Heat, baby.
I just did a deep dive into my professional racing career.
That's right.
I never got into racing.
I was actually a decent NASCAR fan at one point in my life.
Yeah, I never got into it. Actually, in high school senior year, I was in band because I needed an extracurricular class, and we went to Indy 500 that year.
That's pretty cool.
Nice.
I slept through like 30 of the laps.
How is that possible? It's so loud.
I don't know. I
Roundy
slept
round.
through like 30 laps.
Willie says roundy round racing. But all right, so we're moving on.
Moving on.
We're gonna go ahead and move on, and we're gonna give you guys a chance here to get to know our guest, Fun Guy. A lot of the times he's behind the scenes, just trying to make our taste buds scream in pain and agony.
It's true.
Tonight he's in front, couldn't be here with us. So Fun Guy, why don't you start out a little bit? Tell them a little bit about yourself, how long you've been at the church, all that good stuff.
Oh gosh. So I've come into the Remnant for quite a while. It's creeping up on, it feels like 10 years, but I think it's like 8 or 9. It's been a while. So I've been here, gosh, so many memories, so many good things.
Yeah.
I've served on many ministry teams, led a lot of different ministry teams.
It's one of the Remnant OGs right here.
Yeah. I'm on the worship team currently, serving with youth, helping with Real Talk. I'm one of the pastors here. And just, man, such a blessing to be a part of this, like truly. Like looking back a lot within my spiritual walk last couple of weeks have been really eye-opening with how truly amazing and special this place is.
Oh, yeah.
I've done pretty much everything, seen everything. Just, man, the sky's the limit still. That's the best part, too, because there's so many good things that we're doing moving forward and a lot of great things coming up, and just how much of a blessing all of our ministries are, and just seeing everything. It's really awesome.
Amen, dude.
That's
I
cool,
love that.
man. You're one of the people that have been able to kind of see a lot of the story happen, while I've been here, and it's been cool to see the way that the ways that God has moved in your life, and to see some of that stuff to encourage you. So it's been cool to see you grow through a lot of that stuff too, dude.
I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah. Definitely. All right, Fun Guy. I have a couple questions for you that'll be quick fire. Hope you're ready for it. So this is a continuation of getting to know Fun Guy Austin here.
Probably not.
My first question, I'm hitting you with a doozy. What's your favorite movie?
Oh, Lord of the Rings, Return of the King.
Nice. Okay, if you could sit on a park bench with anyone, dead or alive, who would it be?
Kobe Bryant.
Kobe Bryant. Why?
Oh, I want to pick his brain for basketball knowledge.
Interesting.
One of my favorite players, probably my top 3 favorite players. Love to just pick his mind on, probably steal some of his moves.
Steal some of his moves. Mamba. What would be your perfect meal?
Ooh, any good burger.
Okay.
Just a thick burger, loaded with toppings, and just side of fries and a shake.
Let's see. If you had 5 words to tell someone the gospel, what would they be?
5 words to tell someone the gospel.
Yeah.
Jesus loves you and always will.
Ooh.
That is far more than 5.
I can't
Jesus
count.
loves you and always
will.
No, that's it. Okay.
Jesus love you and always.
Apparently, I can't.
And always what? No.
I'm not known for counting, so it's all right.
I'm about passed out. All right, I'm good. I'm back. I'm back, dude. I'm
You
back.
said it blank. But no, that's cool. I like that. Jesus
yeah.
loves you, and Jesus loves you always will. There you go. Just take the end out. You got it. Anyway, sorry.
Let's see. Was there this would be the last one.
Okay. All right.
Was there a time you could actively see God answering a prayer?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. A couple years ago, we have this program called Lionheart for all the guys who want to go through it. And one night we were all meeting together, and God did answer prayers that day. Or that night, I should say.
Yeah. It's a pretty cool testimony, man. Really, really powerful.
Oh, yeah. Cried like a little baby, and just, it was good.
It's one of those moments, dude, where, like we talk about seeing God move, and like that was one of those moments. Like so many people reference that moment because of how genuine and how cool like it was to see to see God's hand in that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
It was awesome.
So it was really cool.
All right, man. Cool. Hey, thanks for answering questions, Austin. You killed it, dude.
No problem.
The quick fire did not make you. It did not affect you. So well done.
You were pretty quick twitch with those answers.
Thank you.
Anyways, so we're about to catch up on our lives, guys, and we catch up on the comments first, and then we'll catch up on our lives.
Yeah,
and
we
while
have a
we're doing
lot.
that, if you guys have questions, drop them in the comments. You can go to our anonymous link at www.theremnant.life/real-talk. Completely anonymous, instantaneous, and anonymous.
Yes.
So feel free to drop questions in there, and we'll do our best to answer them. But let's see what we got here. Lindsay said dirt track racing is your favorite. I agree. It's probably up there for me too. Scott says Olivia had a great time in youth group. Awesome. She's a pretty cool kid. I liked having her here. She fit in right away. So I'm glad she had a good time, Scott.
Oh yes.
That's awesome.
Josh says men's night paintball and cough Trent Sims. Racing, yet another left turn. Drive fast, turn left, Willie says.
Yes.
I like Willie's thinking.
I miss going too, says Scott. You all need a bowling night.
I'm in.
I love bowling.
I'm in, Scott.
Nice. Well, it says Lord of the Rings: Return of the King. Awesome movie.
There it
One of
is.
my favorites.
Hey.
Nice.
Scott says his favorite movie is Titanic.
Okay.
Nice. Too many great movies, can't pick one. Days of Thunder.
Nice.
Now
Whoa.
that's a cool movie. Have you guys seen
I
Days
don't
of
think I've
Thunder?
seen Days of Thunder.
It's a cool movie.
I have.
Yeah. It's cool.
I
think
forgot
have.
about that one.
But cool. Yeah, and Trent says too, man, like that was a cool night to see
It was.
what happened. But
It was a really cool night. That was awesome. I'll probably share a little bit about that later
yeah,
because I know people might be asking, but probably not. But I'm still going to share anyways.
Nice. I like it, man.
I like it.
Who cares
So-
what they think?
While we give them a chance to submit some questions and topics and whatnot, AJ, how you been, man?
Good now. I'm just kidding. No. Let's see. Overall, it's been interesting. Interesting would be a good word for it, man. I've kind of been on a roller coaster. Ups and downs. I'd say one of the, so you said, how am I doing? So I should answer that first before I get too ahead of myself. I would say that I'm doing kind of like in the middle, kind of neutral. I'm okay. Definitely been doing a lot of contemplating lately. Just like, one of the things I can struggle with sometimes is feeling I have a purpose, even though it could be so clear that I have one, that I can still struggle to see it. So that can really affect me a lot in like what I do and how I do things. So that's been one thing that's kind of been I've been struggling with lately is just finding that purpose, or I guess not finding it, but keep I keep seeing it, keep seeing that you have a purpose, and be consistent with that, and like remind yourself and like and then keep acting on it, because as a Christian, as a believer, we all have God's given us all a purpose, even if it's just those 2 commandments, right? Like we always have a purpose in doing something. So like for me, that's kind of been the latest thing. I had something else I was going to say, and then I distracted myself. What was it? Dang it. Well, if I think about it, if I think of it later, I'll say that. But let's see, what else? Today was interesting because you know, it's one of those things where, you know, it was kind of up in the air if I was going to be on today. If I'm honest, I was like, I don't know if you know, we had a talk. We had a cool pep talk though, and like it really helped me because I was like, you know what, kind of goes back to purpose, right? Like it really made me go, okay, like this is what I do, you know, like, and it gave me confidence to come in, to get all this put together, and here we are. So like that was cool because I wasn't sure if I was gonna be on today, so I'm really excited. I'm super thankful I'm on today too, because like, once again, I'm always reminded, man, like in the midst of it all, it can be stressful or it can be overwhelming sometimes. So when you're just in it right now, and I'm with you guys, and I'm with all you guys listening, like, man, I love this. Like, I don't know, man. I wish I could. I guess I wish I could take how I feel right now, and that could be all the time, because it's, for me personally, it's so easy to forget these moments. You know, I actually made a post on social media. I took a picture of myself, and it was actually on the set with these lights off, and I was like, you know, when the lights go out, you know, like, you know, where are you at really? You know, and it's like, it kind of reminds me of that, like, you know, when these lights go out and, you know, the show is off the air, you know, will I remember this, and will I stick to what I remember, you know? So
Yeah.
hope that's not confusing.
I think that makes sense. Yeah, man. You know, like I've kind of been a part of some of the stuff.
Yeah.
You know, the last week or whatever.
Yeah, it's been a
and so it's
roller coaster of a week.
yeah, but no, it's cool to see you be able to come through the other side.
Thanks, man.
You know, and still be able to push through and do that.
Thank you. It means a lot, because like that's one thing, you know, for me personally, like I just, you know, if anybody's watched our podcast, which we just came out with episode 200, so if you guys are interested in listening to our podcast, we just dropped our 200th episode. It's called Impact Imminent. We used your title.
Nice.
So if you guys are interested in that, it's super cool. It's a great episode. I love it. But anyways, yeah. So if you've been a listener of the podcast or live, you'll know that like one of the things is when I was raised when I was growing up, you know, I was very spoiled. I was very spoiled. And one thing how that's affected my adult life a lot of the time is I can tend to believe in the lie that I don't have like thick skin in life. Like I don't have a backbone a lot of the time. So I appreciate you saying that, man, because like really helps me like, okay, I do have that. So I appreciate that.
Yeah, absolutely, dude. Really quick.
Yeah.
I do have a couple things. Scott says 6-pack's another good one. I don't think I've seen that one.
Me either.
No.
I have not.
And Trent,
Oh boy.
Mad Max, I have a very serious life-altering question here. Toilet paper over or under?
Over easily.
Over.
Why would you go under?
There
That's
is
my
proof
question.
that this is the original intent of it as well, because if you look up the original patent, the picture that the man who created toilet paper has it going over the roll.
It's so much more convenient.
It is.
You don't have to reach behind it.
Exactly. It's weird to pull from it. Yeah, it's weird.
Unders for
As a matter of fact, this is super random, but for anybody that is interested, how you do TP like you're supposed to, or goes over, when you're reloading a receipt machine, you do reverse TP. Boom. There you go.
That's actually true. He has a good point.
Yep. Reverse TP. That's how you reload a receipt machine.
Receipt printers are wrong. Anyways, so Alex agrees with us, says over. But Scott said, with everything going on in my life, I really wasn't sure if I was going to be on, but I'm glad I am here, and I have such great support from family and friends through our time of need. God bless you all, and thank you.
Hey, we love you, Scott.
Yeah,
Thank you so much
Scott.
for being here, man. For
Absolutely.
real.
We're glad you're here.
Absolutely. So yeah, that's kind of how I'm doing, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's really good. Oh, hang on.
Oh, no. TP. Bangs are good. Mullets are bad.
That's debatable.
Listen, I saw one of the most incredible mullets I've seen, though, the other day.
Really?
It was a woman. She was probably in her 70s, and I mean like crop top, like up front. Like straight, like almost military crop top. And the back went down to like her mid back, and I was like, "That's amazing."
I wish you would have snapped a picture.
I
would
wish
love
I
it.
would have. I was not. I was
would've
not.
loved to
I
see
was not
this.
in a location that it was probably socially acceptable to do.
Yeah.
Not that does it wasn't anything weird, but I was not in a place to pull my phone
Were
out.
you in the Art of Wall?
No,
Okay.
no.
Alex just said, I never understood until like a year ago that when someone says going to TP someone's house, it meant toilet paper.
I love you, Alex.
Alex, I'm curious.
awesome.
Did you mean like TPs, like Native American TPs, or something else? I gotta know. I gotta know now.
Oh, man.
John says I do not like mullets.
Everyone's like, yeah, Josh, just so simple and perfect and just straight to it. I don't like mullets.
Don't like mullets, man.
That's it. I'm growing a mullet
But
now.
fun guy. I know you kind of gave a little bit of a brief overview, but
Yeah.
how's life been going?
Oh, the past couple weeks have been really good and pretty interesting all in one. Like, just my spiritual walk has been intentionally different this week, and it was really cool. Cool story behind that is our church, obviously, you guys know, does a intro before every service, and I got to do last Sunday, and we were talking about it, and like everyone's like, talked to a couple people, and they said I did a really good job, and I was joking and talking to Pastor Todd. And he goes, yeah, you did a really good job. I'm like, yeah, it's crazy and amazing what happens when you read and pray like you're supposed to. And like, there's truth behind that. Like, you're actually reading and praying like God tells you to. You're going to be fed, you're going to get water, and you're going to be a lot more better off and a lot more mature and a lot more happy and joyful. And then Wednesday, I had a doctor's appointment, which I talked a little bit to you about. So long story short, like my fingers around like knuckles will turn blue at times.
Yeah.
And like I'll get like blue spots on my leg, like the left side of my body, like my feet too. And it's been like that for quite a while now that at least I've noticed it.
Yeah.
So I went to the doctor Wednesday to get it checked out. I went in there, I was talking to the nurse. The nurse was like, hey, this nurse practitioner's assistant, nurse practitioner's coming in. Like, okay, if she talks to you, I'm like, yeah, sure, whatever. It's no big deal. I just want to know what's going on. So she comes in, she asks me questions, asking me yes or no questions. I'm like, yeah, no. And she goes, okay, let me see your hands. I'm like, okay, show her my hands. And she goes, let me see your leg and your foot. So I show her, and she goes, okay. I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, okay, well, that's kind of weird.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, she walks out. Then the nurse practitioner I was actually seeing that day, she walks in. She was asking me different questions. She goes, yes, no questions. And I answer. She goes, okay, let me see your hands. Okay. Leg and foot. Same thing. She goes, okay. And I'm like, okay. Like, what the frick is going on? And then she walks out after talking to me. And then my actual doctor walks in. He wasn't even supposed to be there that day. He was just doing some other stuff. He walks into the room asking me questions, yes or no questions. Sees my hands, my leg, and my foot. He goes, okay. I'm like, okay, what? What is going on? And like, I have no clue. In the back of my mind, I'm like, am I dying? Like, what the frick is going on?
It feels like an episode of Punk'd or something.
It seems like it. And like he was talking to me. He goes, okay, are you feeling like any like heat or anything around your leg, any red spots? I'm like, no, not that I noticed. He goes, okay, good. I'm like, are you going to tell me what is going on? He goes, well, if you had red spots, we were going to rush you to the ER because you probably will have blood clots. I'm like, oh my God. Like, you couldn't have said that like 20 minutes ago instead of me sitting in anxiety. I'm like, you could have told me that.
Oh, my
and so
goodness.
he goes, no. And what it is actually is like when your body is like pumping blood through your system and everything. What's happening is the reason why it's turning blue is because there's like pools of blood just stopping because whether it's stress or whether it's cold or anything like that.
Interesting.
Because if my hands get cold, the blood stops and it's not really clotting, so it's not bad. It's just different things I can do to help it, which leads me to Josh's question earlier. He's like, what's your favorite church memory? Well, one of them was back when I was young and dumb. I gave a sermon when we were at our old building. I don't even remember what the sermon was about. I don't remember anything. But to this day, I get made fun of because I talked about I had a lighter and I used it to warm my hands, which, fact, that actually helps. So all these years later, it was helpful. Thank you. But I get made fun of for it. Don't listen to that. Because he was asking, like, when your hands get cold, and do they turn a lot more blue? I'm like, yeah, I noticed that. And so, yeah, so a lighter does help with cold hands.
I bet it does, man.
We all totally believe that story.
I did this for like years before I even told this story. And ever since then, I stopped doing it because I just got hammered.
Did you say you like use it in your car?
Yeah.
Why would you just turn your car on and use like the warm heat? Like
I had
warm air?
a trashy Mustang. There was no heat in that thing. And I was too stupid to buy gloves.
Oh gosh.
If he told me that it could be blood clots, would that have made you more or less?
Oh, interesting question.
Probably less, if I'm honest, because like, yeah, Like,
Because at least you knew. Like,
yeah, at
straight
least
up
I knew what was going on instead of going, okay.
Yeah, because then like your mind can just make up whatever it wants.
Yeah, a
Yeah,
little bit
makes
anxious.
sense.
Yeah, it would probably make me less anxious. That's a Ford for you. Yeah. Josh, all of Josh's Facebook posts, they are trashing Ford. So I didn't even want to tell him I had a Ford.
Oh, jeez, man.
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, thanks for sharing, dude.
Yeah,
appreciate
appreciate
you, dude. How about you, Blocky?
Oh boy.
How you doing, my friend?
I would say pretty good. It's still it's been like the last couple of weeks have been good. Like there's been a lot of really cool, encouraging stuff that's been happening, between everything.
Yeah.
And I think the one thing that keeps kind of sticking into my mind is if any of you guys were here for our worship experience,
Oh my gosh.
one of the coolest moments I've ever like experienced in general, let alone in church, right? Like,
Oh,
but
it was-
just
yeah.
in general, it was
It was
absolutely
really awesome,
amazing.
man.
And we had the front here. If you've ever been to our sanctuary, we have the stage, and then there's about 10 feet, maybe 10,
Yeah,
15
it's-
feet to
yeah.
the first row of chairs.
Yeah.
And it was that area was just packed with people, just
Mm-hmm.
praying and worshiping, and it was so cool, dude. It was so cool. And there had been this idea of like revival, right? Because there was the thing going on in Asbury and,
Yep.
all that stuff, and so there was that whole area, and I remember in our pre-service meeting, right? We were all getting ready and stuff, and Todd mentioned it in the pre-service, and then he mentioned it afterwards in our post-service, and like all sorts, and it's been coming up a lot. Is like the idea that moment could happen, right, at any time.
Yeah.
So I think that God blessed that day, right? Like absolutely He did.
Absolutely.
But like that God and that Holy Spirit doesn't change, it doesn't leave. Like the God that inspired that, and the God that blessed that, right? Like that's the same God as He is right now.
Absolutely.
That's really good, man. That's
So
really good.
I've been thinking about the idea of like how constant He truly is, right? And then on the other side of that, which I kind of shared this on the pre-recorded, so episode 200, is like this idea that like as Christians we directly reflect to the world who God and who Jesus is,
Yeah.
right? Like
Yep.
who they are. Like we are a direct reflection of that. We're told that, right? Like that's who we are. And so I think it's kind of hit me a lot because I'm like, man, like if I'm, whatever it is, if I'm walking around the Marta wall, or I'm at a service on a Sunday, or I'm giving a lesson at youth group, like whatever it is, whoever's around me, I am a direct reflection of Jesus to them.
It's really good, man.
So what am I showing them, right?
It's really good.
It can start kind of scary, because you can go like, okay, well, that's a lot of pressure. Because
Yeah, it
I
can be
have
overwhelming,
to,
sure.
I have to be perfect, otherwise they're not going to know
Yeah.
like God's actual heart. But that's not true, because there's a freedom in knowing that like I just gotta live and be, and like I just have to follow Jesus and do what He's told me to do, and the rest of it happens.
That's right.
So I don't know, like that's been really kind of hitting me a lot lately. It's just like how overcomplicated we make it, and then even a couple weeks ago in youth, like because it happens, right? Like I gave a lesson to the youth kids that I was like, gosh, like I ended up slapping my own self in the face like 4 or 5 times. So I'm like, good golly, right? And we were talking about the part where Jesus says, take on my yoke, for my yoke is easy, my burden is light.
Yep.
Right? Come to me, all who are weary or burdened. I'm like, man, because he doesn't tell us to just drop the yoke and run away, right? He doesn't tell us that there's never going to be a weight to pull, or there's that there's not ever going to be anything to do.
Yeah.
But he tells us it's lighter and it's easier,
Yep.
right? It's
good,
it's
man.
better. It is better.
It's really
And
good.
so like I think there was once I kind of connected all this, there was a comfort in knowing that the weight was still from Jesus. The weight that I was feeling of like wanting to be His reflection, show people, still came from Him, because He tells us that that's still going to happen. Like He doesn't, like I said, with the yoke, like pulling the plow, He doesn't say to just stop and walk off the field and never do anything. He says like, no, come over here, put this yoke on, pull this plow, because it will be easier and it will be better.
Amen,
So,
dude. I love
I
that.
don't know.
That's really
And
good.
it's been really convicting too, because I'm having to look at my life and go, gosh, what are ways I haven't done this?
Mm-hmm.
You know, especially like with my family, for example. Like, there's a lot of stuff that I'm like, man, like have I actually put the time into it that I should, and done things that I know I should, or feel convicted to do? And that's kind of that actually came up this week, because I'm supposed to be going out to dinner with my mom and siblings, because me and my brother and sister all have birthdays, and they're like 3 days of each other.
It's wild.
Right? So like, so we typically celebrate together, and my mom asked like, "Hey, do you mind if trying to do you mind if someone comes?"
Yeah.
And, and usually I'm like, I would tell her no, but I was like, gosh dang it, I actually typed it out. I was like, no, I don't feel comfortable with that, and I was like, gosh dang it, and I just like backspace. Yeah, like if like it's okay.
Yeah.
So I don't know, and trying to just live more radically, I guess.
That's good, man.
So I don't know, but yeah.
That's
It's
awesome.
been really cool seeing you. I feel like you've definitely been stepping out of the boat a lot lately. So like, to encourage you, man, like it's been really cool to see. So I know that you even though you don't probably always see it, like I know like you said, people are watching, man, and I'm one of them. So I appreciate you, dude, because you inspire me in ways that you probably don't even realize. So
Thank you. I appreciate that. But cool. All right.
got some banter back and
Oh
forth
yeah,
here
about Fords and
about Fords.
Pintos, the worst car ever created. Oh yeah, and then Willie says, "I wish we could have done that all across the country, not at Asbury." But that's the thing. I think
Trent's
that's
response, like go down.
Oh,
because
gosh,
Trent
okay.
responded to that.
okay. God's willing if we are. Yes, that's the thing, is we can have that. The entire country could have that. Every church could have that. You can have that in your home right now, but we have to be willing to do that.
You have to want
That's
it.
right, man.
And that was the thing. Like when I said like God's the same, right? The God that was there with Asbury is the same God who's here with us 3 or 4 in the room right now.
That's
like
right.
He's the same God that's there with you in your bedroom if you're watching alone. Like that's the same God. We just have to be willing to accept it and do that.
Yep,
It's so good.
absolutely.
So like have that faith, and but I think the other side is people get discouraged because there's not this massive like booming movement of Christ. But like if I don't know, man. God's gonna do what God's gonna do, and if He wants something like that to happen, He's gonna make it happen. If He doesn't think it's beneficial, it's not gonna. You know what? So I don't know. Trust Him. Have that faith that like
That's
when
right.
the time is right and everything's right, like the people are gonna be there. He's gonna be there, and He's gonna move.
That's right, man. It's all about being open.
Yeah.
Because, even the smallest moments can become so powerful if you let them. If you're actually open to seeing what God's doing,
Yeah,
So it's good stuff, dude. I agree.
That's really good, Trent.
He's always willing. We just have to want it.
Yes, absolutely. I think, gosh, yeah, I'm just hit myself in the face with other stuff, but punch to the guts. But yeah. So, we did have a question from Josh, so
Okay.
we'll hit that. It was earlier on, but your favorite church memory?
Oh, yes. The day I got baptized.
The day you almost drowned.
Yep. So a little background. So so it was like 2017, I think. It was 2017. And so we do a baptism service every year. I was extremely late to this baptism service, so I signed up to get baptized, and at the time I didn't live around here, so I had to drive all the way to. I had to drive all the way to the service, which was decently far away. It was probably 45 minutes an hour. So I woke up late, and I had to speed all the way there. And my girlfriend at the time was like, "Where are you? Like, you're late." Like I'm like, "I'm coming. I'm almost there." So I pull up, and the service has already started. I'm pretty sure I missed worship entirely. So I pull up, and I look, and I just see people already standing in line, and like people are being baptized. It's already happening. So I'm like, "Oh boy!" So luckily, I found the changing tent, and I just changed it in my trunks real quick. And just ran down the hill, got in line like mid-service, and so what they do is for people who are getting baptized, they usually go over how they're going to do it. So I missed that entirely. So I don't know what they're doing. So when it comes to my turn in line, I just hop in there like, "Hey, let's do this thing," and they ask me, "Do you accept Christ, as your Lord and Savior?" I was like, "Yes, I do." And and then they baptized me, and I didn't plug my nose. So they teach you to, like, if I remember correctly, it's like hold your elbow and then plug your nose. And I didn't do any of that. I just straight up, they just took me and I just went, boom. and I remember coming up and I just, and I remember Todd was just, he was losing it. He was laughing so hard. There's actually a picture of him mid-laugh pulling me up. It's beautiful. I love it. It's one of my favorite pictures. So
It was so funny.
that's probably my favorite church memory. It's so funny.
I was sitting close to it. I was in the crowd sitting and just watching him come up. He's like, I'm just like dying laughing.
Yeah, it was awesome.
It was so.
Yeah, that's probably my favorite, man. It's so funny.
Oh, gosh.
Gosh, man.
What's your favorite memory?
Mine, I have two.
There's so many.
Dude, there's so many.
There's so many.
One of the most I don't know if it's necessarily my favorite, but one of the most memorable ones is the first time this guy ever came to church.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Because I hated his guts.
Yes.
Because he ended up starting to date the girl that I wanted to date.
Mm-hmm.
And so he showed up, and I was like, stinking AJ.
Yep.
Who is this guy? He got freaking tattoos. It's like, come on, you know. And then I'll never forget because he was so nice to me the whole time.
Yep.
And Sunday nights, because we played basketball, like we still do, and we ended up being, I think, on the same team.
Yep.
And I was angry because I wanted to compete against him. Like I was like, I just want to play against him so bad.
Yep.
And he kept like being super encouraging and being like, hey, like high fives, and me being like a nice guy. I'm still like, yeah, man. I give high five. But the funny part is apparently later, he went off to the sideline and
I talked to her and she had told me about Blake, but I didn't know who Blake was yet. So like, so I come over to the sideline after the game, and she goes, "That's Blake." I go, "That's Blake," and I was like, "I love him." I was like, "I like Blake."
Meanwhile, I'm over the corner. I'm like, I wish I could fight him.
Can you see the weirdness in this story? That entire day, you talked to him.
Yep.
The entire day.
Didn't know it was Blake.
Played basketball with him, was on the same team, high five, good job.
Yep.
Didn't even
know.
regard asking his name,
Nope.
who he was, just talk to him.
Yep.
Oh, that's great.
It's good stuff, man. Good stuff.
But on the other side, I think, was that planned?
No. What? I didn't even notice what happened.
We took a drink at the same time and
Oh, nice.
Blake's freaking out.
I was like, I missed it. I missed the cue. No, but I think the other side of it would, man, it's a toss up between actually, no, I think I know what it is. Clearly, like the couple Sundays ago, that was.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
that
the
was
worship
amazing.
experience was that was
But
awesome.
I remember our first candlelight service.
Oh, yeah.
The year that we got the building, and I still have like a picture on my phone of that night, dude.
Oh, cool.
Oh, dude, and like I remember standing in the back because I was helping hand out like the candle thing was disastrous because we put the candles like into foam plates, so every time people would like and then they would hand their plates in, and it's like there was anyways.
Yeah, the first time ever doing it.
Oh yeah, but I remember standing in the back and looking out and seeing everyone. That was we probably had like 80, 90 people, which for us at the time
That was
like,
massive.
That was a big deal.
Oh yeah.
And I remember looking out, dude, and everyone was sitting there, and it was it just piano and Mandy singing? I think it might have been. So it was, and people were singing like I think it was probably like Silent Night or something, right? But
Yeah.
I remember just like practically sobbing in the back. I was like, gosh dang it, dude! Like,
Yep.
I remember that moment specifically.
Dude, it's one of those moments where like if like you like feel like how holy it is.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh yeah.
But
Yep.
what about you guys watching? Favorite church moment, favorite memory. What you got?
Oh, gosh.
Man.
Yeah, I know for me, I did share the one about the whole lighter thing. Like, there's so many good ones. Like, a couple Sundays ago, the worship experience was phenomenal. funny side story. I played drums on the worship team, and Blake here plays bass. And during one of the songs, we were all crying, so it was so beautiful. And Blake looks over at me. He's crying. I'm crying. He communicates something to me. And then I'm like, yeah, we're just looking at each other. So they're playing, crying. He's playing and crying. But it worked out perfectly, which was really cool.
Nice.
And it's awesome seeing the worship team and like how far we've grown and like how
yeah, dude.
well we play together and like how so like in sync we could be in moments too. Because even though you communicated something totally different
The
than what you
complete
wanted, I was
wrong
able to
thing.
I was able
He
to register
knew,
what
yeah.
you're saying. It's probably because we match all the time. So because he copies me. But oh gosh, one of my favorite memories was a basketball memory. When we were at the place we used to have church, we played basketball there. And this one guy who doesn't come around anymore, he got so mad. He goes, dang him! He turns, not even looking, and then just chucks the basketball as hard as he could. One of the guys who goes to our church here, Zach, his head was down. He just looks up, and the ball just smashes him right in the face. And I'm right next to Zach when that happened. And Zach goes, are you freaking kidding me? And like this guy thought he was going to get beat up. And like it was just, I was dying laughing to see his face.
Ah, jeez.
Sports are just phenomenal.
It's-
Volleyball, you remember when someone was running towards the net and they got clotheslined by the
Oh,
net?
yep. Oh, man. Dude, there's so many memories, man.
And then
So many.
The high five that shook the world.
If you see a man or
The
hear
normality.
a man by the name of Norman Jackson, never, and I mean never, give that man a high five. Go ask him sometime.
It's so funny. Man.
Anyways,
So many good
So many memories, man.
So
So
many.
many.
Yeah.
Like I can even I remember like our first service here in this building. Oh, that was pretty cool, dude. That was a pretty cool moment. Of just like seeing that come to fruition was wild.
Church is just so awesome. This place is so special.
absolutely.
And it's all you guys out there. Like, genuinely, this is awesome.
Well, we just got a message from Fun Turn back there. That was another funny memory.
I don't
I
want to talk about that. Fun Turn, Clem. We did a LARPing night. For those of you who don't know what that is, like a live action role playing where you dress up and you have these like foam swords and stuff and you like fight essentially. He says he does one thing. I 100% disagree with him. I think he's wrong. But, because the way he was describing what happened, how he did it is like he was going down and he was like turning his wrists. That's not what happened, because the entire night he like had this thing where he goes like massive blow. He would just take this giant weapon and just slam it on people. Well, I was sitting
I got
there.
a concussion.
I was sitting there fighting, and I hear massive blow, and I turn, and this giant foam weapon comes, smashes me in the face, shatters my glasses everywhere. I'm bleeding from the nose. And he claims that I turned into him, and he like tried to dodge his wrists. Not what happened. You can't. It's physically impossible to do that. Like, but yeah, it was a cool bonding moment for us too. Actually, like,
Yeah.
Yeah, massive blow scarred more than just you. I still to this day, if I hear it, my body like reacts and like flinches. Funder says fake news.
that's real news.
But let's see. A couple of the other people.
Heck yes, Mad Max. That's some of my favorite times too, man.
Shane
Seeing
Ford.
before you're talking conspiracy theories, the sun comes up. Or
Literally.
something. Oh, there was the one night I remember, dude.
We talked about almost every single kind of conspiracy theory you can think of, and we were literally like, the sun just came up. And he's like, "Okay, I should go." See you.
All the McDonald's days after basketball were really
dude.
good. I enjoyed that.
The local Golden Arch restaurant
Yeah.
refuses to open their lobby after a certain point because of us.
That's right, man.
That's 100% true.
Definitely.
John says playing volleyball.
Yep.
Yep.
Jane says in response to the Norman, always give him a high five. It's hilarious.
It's dangerous.
It's dangerous.
And then I joined the church. I bawled my eyes out.
That's cool, Lindsay.
We're so glad to have you part of our family. It's
Absolutely.
awesome.
Absolutely.
Austin.
So glad you're here.
Exercise,
Exercise, John.
Exercise, John.
If you want to see a man yell
That's it.
and get so
That-
angry with passion
Yeah.
about
That's a
exercise
whole
over a
nother
phone,
beast.
Talk to John.
I'm gonna make him a shirt that just says "Exercise John."
Oh, dude. And it's just like an angry face. Just
Yes,
like a
just like an angry emoji underneath. Yes,
That's a whole different person. But hey, props to you. You killed it.
It's true.
absolutely.
OMG, no one likes conspiracy theories. Not true. Just not
Boys,
everyone
I'm
does.
gonna have a bathroom emergency.
Oh
on my
gosh,
hands here.
come on. Man.
I know. It's been a while since I've had to do this, but
Been a while.
since I
Is it
could-
because of the chicken nuggets?
No, actually, I think it's just because all the liquid I've had. I even went to the bathroom before the show started. But
You had one drink.
I've had two.
And they're smaller ounces.
Listen, man.
All right.
Listen, I can't help my bladder. Okay.
You do what you got to do.
All right, man. I'll be right back, folks. I got a bathroom emergency on my hands.
Oh gosh. He makes it sound so dramatic.
I'm a drama queen.
But are you saying I'm no one? Oh, wow. Oh, that's true. She did say no one likes conspiracy theories. So anyone who does, we can make them.
Hey,
no one.
I'm saying you're someone.
That's right.
Now that he's gone, we can take over the show and do
That's
everything
true.
we wanted to do.
That's right. You know he's been quiet tonight though. The Tube Crew.
Yeah. Really, they've been quiet.
They've been quiet. Where you at, Tube Crew?
Listen, I'm waiting for at least 30 people to come on so we can do like a suicide hot sauce challenge.
It's not going to happen at this point.
Nah.
But oh boy.
Man. You know, watching everyone online here, like we have kind of a smaller amount today, small amount of viewers.
It's true.
But still, looking back on all the blessings that Real Talk has been, like all the people it's drawn in. We have a bunch of people from our church who are here because of it. There are so many people around the United States watching this, like our podcast, and it's just truly amazing. Like Todd and AJ do a great job every single time, and like Real Talk Live is awesome. Like even though there's a low turnout, this is still worth it. And it's thanks to all you guys out there. Like this would not be possible without you guys. You guys are truly special.
Yeah, that's good, man. You know, and a lot of that stuff is stuff we talked about like on episode 200. So go watch the pre-recorded.
Yep.
There's a lot of really cool stuff in there about this. So I would encourage you guys to go watch that, and that's good. So, and let's see. What's Jane got here? When I was a teenager, I had a something, maybe pastor, I'm assuming, leader who made a joke about it doesn't matter what the building looks like, even if the carpet is purple. It's still about the people. I thought it was hilarious because purple carpet was not a thing. That pastor eventually passed away, and years later I found the note about the purple carpet. It was just a couple weeks before we got this building. As it turns out, there's indeed purple carpet, and it is indeed ugly, and it doesn't matter because the people are amazing. That's really cool, Jane.
Doesn't help that all of our chairs are purple too.
That's really cool. But, cool. So,
Oh, man.
hey, Kelsey said they're here. They're just usually forgotten. Listen, I told y'all. I got your Tube Crew.
Yeah, Blake's been trying to communicate and talk to
Got
you.
you.
Tube Crew.
The
What up,
Tube
y'all?
Crew. The Tube Crew of Tube.
Welcome
But-
back.
Hello.
Hello. It's good to be back.
All right. So, I think, do we have any anonymous questions that came in?
We currently do not.
Okay.
No anonymous questions as of right now.
Well, I guess we can ask a couple of these, and then here shortly, probably about the next 10, 15 minutes or so, we'll announce
Roulette winner?
roulette winner.
Oh, yeah.
So stick around. Make sure you're on.
Yep.
All right.
Otherwise, you
cool.
ain't getting a gift.
All right. So, let's see. Let's start with fun turn. Let's start with question 3.
Question 3.
How do you move past the feeling of guilt when you do something wrong?
It's a good question. First off, you have to cling. Well, if you're a believer, that's the thing. So I always, preface these with if you are a believer in Christ, and if you are, cling to the truth, which is, if you put your faith in Jesus Christ, you are forgiven, you are justified, and if it is a sin issue, that you can change. You don't have to. You are no longer a slave to sin. So, how do you move past the guilt? You have to just be willing to let it go, honestly. Like, you can't let that determine who you are. You can't let that determine how even if you feel that way, you can't base it off feelings. It doesn't change the truth that you are God's child. And, if you put your faith in Christ, like, you're bigger than your own sin. Honestly, you are.
That's good. Yeah. I would say I agree with everything. The only thing I would add is one thing that's always helped me with that feeling is try to look at it from the other perspective, right? Because a lot of times it's hard for us to kind of to not what's the word I'm looking for? it's hard for us to like forgive ourselves, right? Or
Yeah.
to look at it from that thing. But if you could forgive someone for whatever it was, right? For whatever it was you did, then people will also forgive you, and you are forgiven. So
That's
I think
right.
to remember that. And also, if it's a feeling of guilt, that comes from a feeling of condemnation, which does not come from God. Right? Guilt is
Truth.
guilt can be a selfish feeling that's focused on how I feel. So I think like what you said, like focus on you can get better. It's not
right.
the end of it.
Nope.
And you already are forgiven. So walk out of that.
It's good, man.
Yeah, really nothing I can add to that. That's really all good.
Cool. Yeah. And don't sit in that. Talk to people too. That's the other thing is talk to people about it.
absolutely.
Don't deal with it yourself.
Yes, it's good, man.
Absolutely.
AJ, what you got?
Let's do number 5. If salvation from hell is Christianity's appeal, isn't it just a religion of fear?
No. So I understand where they're coming from, right?
Yes, sure.
About that. But if it's purely based on that, then it is. But that's not what it's based on.
No.
Right. So salvation from hell should be.
It's a reality.
It is reality. I think that's where people get messed up. Is
Yeah.
it's people take it as a way to just like scare people into choosing God, and that's not true.
Yeah.
Right. If it scares you, it should. Because it's true.
Exactly.
But if that's true, that also means that everything else is true.
That's right.
Which means that it doesn't stop at just being afraid of the bad outcome or whatever. Because the true, and it's not even a religion. It's a relationship. Right? It's so
Yes.
much more than just a religion, because religions are just rules and quotes and things like that we follow. But it's a relationship between you and God and you and Christ. And so remembering that he is greater than that the fear, right, of going to hell or whatever it is. Because what God wants for you is better for your life,
Yep.
even on this earth.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And so I think where we get messed up is God still wants us to choose him and wants us in relationship with him.
That's right.
He doesn't want that. He's not kind of dragging us through the flames, like trying to get us to choose him.
Yep.
He wants us to choose him because it is a better way.
Absolutely.
So I think that makes sense. Everyone out there too.
Yeah. I would say that if salvation from hell is Christianity's appeal isn't just religion of fear. Yeah, if like you said, Blake, if that's the main focus. But if you actually truly look at what Jesus Christ did for us, I mean, if anything, it should be a religion of hope. It should be a religion of joy, because when you think about the sacrifice he made for you and what that does for you and how that makes you have access to God, the creator of the universe. I mean, it's powerful, man. And that should create hope. Also one thing that I've realized is people have a hard time wrapping their heads around the idea that, like once you put your faith in Christ, like you're justified. Cause then people are like, well, shouldn't people, have to pay for what they've done, no less than that. Like people can't seem to wrap their heads around that if you do wrong, that there can be someone put in place for you. You know what I'm saying? So like what Jesus did, like people have a hard time wrapping their heads around that. And it's like people can't see that there's hope in that. But the truth is, man, like that should give you hope because there's freedom in that. There's, you're no longer a slave to sin because Jesus has taken your place. And, then you got the Holy Spirit who literally empowers you to overcome, like that should be so hopeful, and I'm guilty of not always being hopeful. I'll be honest. I'm not. A lot of the time I can be a mopey, down guy, but at the end of the day, like, and that's another thing. You can't base this religion off of me. You can't. You have to base it off of Jesus. So, that's another thing though. People will take the human example and say, well, this is, why would I want to be a part of this? You can't base it off of us. You base it off Jesus. And once you do that, you'll see, like, despite the people's flaws, that's the truth. I'm not the truth. He is. So if you if you base it off him, there's where your hope comes from, not me.
That's good.
So I don't know, man. Yeah.
No, that's good. You got anything?
I got nothing to add to that. Like,
Yeah.
I like what Willie said. Like, just concentrate on the joy of knowing Jesus rather than the fear, because Jesus is not all those things. He's not fear. He's not all this bad stuff. He's joy. He's love. He's peace. He's hope. He gives us faith. Like, focusing on that makes your life better. Just reading and praying and just having a relationship with Him. Like, if you're focused on that, then you shouldn't have to worry about the fear. You know.
It's good, man.
That's good. That's really good.
I love it.
Let's see. Yeah, Willie says, concentrate on the joy of knowing Jesus rather than the fear.
Yep.
Yep. And Christians shouldn't be the examples to follow. Jesus is the example. That's right.
Absolutely, John.
That's good.
Let's see. All right.
Nothing anonymous?
No, sir.
We'll probably do a couple, 2 or 3 more here, and we'll see where we're at.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Let's do question number 2.
Number 2.
Numero 2. What do people mean when they say Christianity is a crutch?
I kind of wish this had a little more context because, like,
Yeah, that's kind of very vague.
yeah. So when people, what do people mean when they say Christianity is a crutch? I think they mean, again, I think I kind of touched on it answering the previous question. Like, I think people will think, people like say they're not believers. I think they'll think that people who are Christians that believe in Jesus, they use that as like an excuse to not to whether they can sin more or they can do whatever they want because they're quote free. So then they, I think people will be under that assumption that because we claim Christ has taken our spot, that we can just do whatever we want.
Yeah.
So I think that's one way of it being quote a crutch. I think that I could see it from another angle of, people will think that we're weak, like Christians are weak because you put your faith in this figure and not yourself. I could see that being an argument.
Yeah, not only that, but also like being like real, like being miserable and mopey. Be like, oh yeah, this is the way I am. Being all miserable and mopey, and like Christianity is not a mopey, miserable thing. It's actually a joyful thing. And like, if someone asks you, like, oh, why are you so mopey? I'm like, well, this is me just being real. I'm like, no, like, you don't have to act out of that because being a Christian is choosing fruits of the Spirit, is choosing to follow Jesus, like being joyful.
Yeah.
You don't have to live out of that.
It's good.
You're like, oh, this is just who I am. I'm like, no, that's who you're just choosing to be. That's not who you are.
That's good. Yeah. I agree with everything you guys said. I think the other side of it too can be that in today's modern society, in the modern world, people will use Christianity as a way to justify certain things or as a sort of social club crutch, right?
Yeah.
Well, like maybe I don't have as many people, but if I say I'm a Christian and I go to a church, then I'm part of something, right? So I think there can be that side of it too.
Yeah, that's true.
And I think, man, I don't know. Yeah, like it's kind of hard to answer the question. We can kind of answer the generalities of it, but
without knowing what that is, like what do they mean by crutch? Like,
but yeah, I think everything you guys said is good.
Yeah.
So if you happen to be watching and that was you, throw another question. Submit another question and kind of define what that is.
Yeah. Or if you have any examples.
Or something like that.
Yeah.
So
context of what was being said.
Yeah.
Let's see. Still no.
Nothing?
Nope.
All right.
yeah.
Cool.
Like I
I
said,
suppose we could probably announce the winner.
Do the winners?
Yeah.
All right. So, Remnant Roulette winner. Remember, you have to be on. You have 2 minutes to respond before we move on to the next person. Winner number 1, Josh Adams. Are you on?
Boom.
J.A., my boy.
If you're on, say you're here.
And don't go and find him. Okay.
Or don't message him. Nothing.
He's not on. Okay. If I'm in charge of the gifts, I know exactly what I'm giving him if he wins.
Nice.
Oh, that's awesome.
Nice.
Oh,
Here we go.
he's gonna hate it.
He's gonna hate it.
Let's see. While we're waiting, Trent says some people will use that phrase as a way to say that as Christians, we're almost too weak-minded or childish to accept their reality. That was very poor timing. To accept their reality of the world, almost like saying that we can't handle the truth that atheists believe.
Yeah.
And Josh is here. Josh,
Hey.
congratulations. Not cool.
Mustard. Congratulations, Josh. You are the winner of this week's Remnant Roulette, man. we will be in touch with you to get you your prize.
Yep.
I'm just reading like Trent's comment. The last part is just so absurd, almost saying that we can't handle the truth that atheists believe. Well, guess what? It's not the truth.
That's right, man.
Yeah, but that's what they say. Is they say, well, because you're too weak-minded to think on your own, you have to follow some sort of doctrine, or you have to follow this book because you can't think for yourself. Like that's part of that.
That's so weird.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
That's
It's
Because
just-
a lot of atheists, like, they literally are the same way, just the opposite.
Well, I'd say, yeah.
Like, what's their doctrine?
Again,
Science.
textbooks.
Yeah.
Yeah, books, scientists, other people's word.
Exactly.
Like,
It's, I don't know, man.
You're welcome, Josh. Love you, dude. Thanks for
Yeah,
being
love
on.
you, Josh. Appreciate you being on, man.
This guy over here will probably get a hold of you soon. If nothing else, we'll see you Sunday.
That's right, man.
yeah,
So
I'm excited.
you'll be getting your gift. Congratulations.
I'm excited.
Congratulations.
All right.
All right, man. Cool.
Let's see.
Let's see. I'm trying to think. I don't know.
Do we want to do?
We haven't done overrated, underrated in
We
a
haven't
long
in a while.
time.
We
I'm
wanna-
wondering if we want to
I'm
do
down for that. I'm the king
All right,
of
what-
stuff that's overrated.
What do you guys think? Overrated, underrated, or do we do a couple more questions?
Ooh.
We'll leave it up to you guys. Give you guys.
Leave it up to the crowd.
Leave it up to the Tube Crew and the
Book Nook. Nice. Love y'all.
Saturday. Oh yeah,
That's right.
we have that Saturday.
Boom.
I make no promises. I said Sunday.
I'm not giving it to you Saturday. I'll have it.
There we go.
I'll have it by then, but I'm not giving it to you.
We'll show it to you and show you what it is, but you won't get it till Sunday.
That's
I
right.
won't even do that.
What do you guys think?
You guys get to pick overrated, underrated, or answer some more questions. What's your thoughts on people?
People they get hit with the facts of Jesus being real and don't want to believe. I think Willie, that people just don't want to deal with the fact that they're not as important as they think they are. Because a lot of the times those people either don't want to give, they're afraid that God's going to ask them to give up something that they don't want to give up, right? Which a lot of times He will, because it's not for our good. And they don't want to give it up. They don't want to give up whatever they know that God's probably going to ask them to. They're too prideful and arrogant to admit that, like, whatever it is they think could be wrong.
Oh, absolutely. That's a good point. I think people don't want to be uncomfortable either.
That's true.
I think that when you first truly take in the reality of God being real and Jesus existing and dying a terrible death for your sin, like that's a lot to take in, man. And I don't think people are like, some people just want to seek comfort, and whatever their norm is, they don't want to act out of that, like outside of it. They don't want to think outside of it. They don't want to act outside of it. They just want that to be it, and then go and die.
Definitely in today's world where you have to essentially have it all together, we have to be perfect. It's hard to accept the fact that we need a savior, that we need someone else to save us from our, like, what we deserve. And it's hard for people to understand that and accept that, because, like I said, the mentality of today's world is you have to be perfect. You have to hold it all together. You have to have this and this by this age. Otherwise, you're nothing. You have to have this job. You have to have this in your bank account. You have to have this car, this life. And it's like, if you don't have that, you're nothing. But reality is, like, I have a savior. So all that stuff, that doesn't mean jack crap, because I know who my father is. I know who my savior is.
Yeah, it's true, dude. Which goes back to people don't want to admit that we're messed up and we need help.
It's true.
Yep.
Yet they
But
can't
yet
handle it.
You'll go to psychiatrists and therapists to tell you that.
It's true, man.
It's weird.
Oh, this happens too often. It really does.
Earlier in the episode, when you were talking about the link, www, I can't even talk today. When you were talking about the anonymous link, delete that part. But the anonymous link, I had a brain spasm. It's probably the pools of blood in my body. But when you're talking about the link, we were all like doing the dash and slash at the same time. It was pretty cool.
Oh, I didn't notice that. Nice.
Yeah, I noticed
I'll
that.
have to go back
Let's
and
see.
watch.
Josh says, if people curse using the Lord's name in vain, are they putting a curse on themselves?
I don't think so. I think that, we shouldn't curse. I know it says, only use. Fun Turn just keeps slipping in little messages,
Just little things.
like
As we're reading
as
stuff
we're
too.
reading something. Okay, so what was I saying? Oh yeah. So no, I don't believe that you're putting a curse on yourself if you use the Lord's name in vain. I don't think it's good. I think it's I think it is sinful to do that. But no, I know like cursing. This is so random, but I remember somebody saying this in FCA a long time ago when I went like one time, which is strange. But like when I was like in like middle school, because this was an example they kind of used, which is so strange that this is coming up. But they used like the idea of the word like damn, like to be damned, and they said it's almost like putting a curse on somebody. But they said like, is the word itself like if you say that word, is it like are you cursing somebody? Like not necessarily, but like you can use it in the context of cursing somebody. So to me, it's kind of similar in the sense of like if you're using the Lord's name in vain, I don't think you're putting a curse on yourself. You're just using bad language, which is not biblical.
Yeah.
I hope that makes sense, but so
I feel I could be wrong. I feel like Josh might be referencing a verse that mentions something like this. If you are Josh and you think you might know where it is, I'm gonna see if I can find it. But
yeah.
I feel like there is a verse that I could be wrong.
I think there's something that talks about it. Yeah.
The first verse that comes to my head about like even just bad language in general is the one that says only use language to build each other up, and I think it says like don't use. I think before it says that, I think it says something along the lines of like don't use.
Yeah.
What does it say? It might even say just don't use bad language. I don't remember what it says. It might even say don't curse. I don't remember, but right now
I'm curious what there is.
Well, I mean, that's fair. It's one of the 10 Commandments. Don't you shall not take the name of the Lord your God in vain, for the Lord will not hold him guiltless who takes his name in vain.
yeah.
From Exodus.
Okay,
So yeah,
there we go.
but I mean, it is one of the 10 Commandments. Anyways, yeah. So, and I kind of see what John's getting to here. It's like what Jesus says about murder. It's not limited to physical act. Calling somebody a name is a form of murder in a sense. Yeah, and I think the curse they could bring on themselves, especially them they don't know Jesus, is hell, which is what we talked about.
Sure.
Like so, no, I think everything you said is good, dude.
Yeah.
There are verses that talk about don't let anything unholy leave your lips, and like
Yeah, there we go.
Don't speak it into existence because it shows the. I'm paraphrasing, of course, but I think there's a proverb that talks about don't let something leave your lips because it shows the contents of your heart, right? So like that too. So like if that's the language you're using, that comes from somewhere. So like where's your heart at?
Yeah,
too?
absolutely.
But
It's good stuff. Nice.
awesome.
I think we tied on people wanting to more questions
You
over and
guys.
overrated. I think we tied.
Yeah, it was 2-2.
It was 2-2.
Two questions, 2 overrated, underrated.
Well, okay, then here's what I think.
I know my vote, but still.
I say we do like 3 of the overrated, underrateds, and we come back and answer a couple more questions. Yeah, okay. So so fun turn. So it's from Ephesians 4:29. No foul language is to come from your mouth, but only what is good for building up someone in need, so that gives grace to those who hear. So there you go. That was the one you were. Let's see. No reference. Just hear people saying it all the time, and the thought just came into mind. Saying GD, for example, and yeah, ain't you saying God to damn it, like which is what you're talking about.
Yeah.
That's one of those things that like the original meaning of what that is was like way more serious.
Yeah.
Because like that was something you didn't say because like you were calling God, like which God's God, he does what he wants, but like you were calling upon him to severely not necessarily injure, but go against somebody.
I'd have to like look into this, but I think there's some type of Catholic reference to that.
Oh, really?
Like curses and everything. I'd have to look into it and research it a little more.
Interesting.
That's true. I forget that.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah. So, and John says the tongue is capable of saying good things, even bad things. That's
Oh, yeah.
true.
The tongue
Absolutely.
can build giant temples and it'll tear down any wall.
true.
It's capable of many things.
Good.
That's right, man. Awesome. So, since you guys tied, I'm thinking we do like 2 or 3 of the overrated, underrated. Come back, answer a couple more questions, see where we're at.
Okay. I'm
Sound
cool
good?
with that.
I like it.
All right. It's been a while. I haven't looked at these for a specific reason. Okay, because it's part of the thing here. I don't look at the overrated, underrateds
Okay.
until I go to describe them.
This is exciting. It's been a while since we've heard it.
Oh,
Yeah, no problem, Josh.
Yeah, of course,
That's what
dude.
this is for, dude.
Yeah.
So,
I gotta decide which one I want to do
Oh, he's got to decide.
because we're
There is one more on the other side.
Oh, is there?
Yeah,
Okay.
there's usually 5.
Okay.
Is it there or did it get erased?
Nope. I think, or we just have 4. It's fine.
Weird.
Pick a number: 1, 2, 3, or 4.
3.
Your body. Your body is God's temple.
Indeed.
And as a church body, we come together as bricks to form God's temple.
Yes.
We know this. God made our bodies perfect, and sometimes we do dumb stuff. And it puts our bodies out of whack. And so we go, and we have someone take our bodies and take our lives and realign them. How do you guys feel about chiropractors?
Chiropractors. Folks, overrated, underrated. Chiropractors. Here's the thing, man. I've only been to a chiropractor once, and it was trash, dude. I hated it. But I think if I went to a better chiropractor, I would absolutely love it. So, and I love watching chiropractor videos. I could watch them for hours. So I'm going to say underrated.
Underrated? So underrated, says Trent.
I'm going to let you go first, Blake, before
Me?
I share my opinion.
No?
Man, I'm gonna say underrated. I don't think enough people go. Few years ago, I had a really bad pinched nerve in my back that I could like barely walk, and it was in the middle of softball season. We were getting ready to go into the tournament, and I was like, I don't know if you remember this. I used to hit and like hobble down the first because I couldn't run. So I'm gonna say they're very underrated. I think there's a lot of benefit to them. I don't think enough people take advantage of them.
Agreed.
There's so many underrated
Oh,
coming
yeah.
from everyone. This is where I'm going to get a little bit of flack. I have not been to the chiropractor. I've seen people go to the chiropractor. I've seen videos, especially like this video of like the Y strap is what they call it. They put it
love
around
the
your
Y
neck.
strap. It's
where They
awesome.
like pull and like snap your neck almost and kill you.
Decompression.
Like I went to the chiropractor with my dad one time. He went back in, and doctor, I was sitting out in the little waiting room, and all of a sudden I hear this big, and I'm like, I walk in, and like he like popped his hip. I'm like, oh my gosh! But I've never been terrified to go, so I'm gonna say overrated.
Dude.
You gotta go. At
You
least
have
once.
to. You have to experience
to.
it at least
Can't
once.
make me.
Listen, man, I'm telling you.
Sounds like a challenge.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, it's pretty much everyone says underrated. Denise said underrated. You just go 3 times a week.
Yeah, my wife used to go pretty
The
often.
vibrating roller bed, says Willie. They have them that are awesome. Bet your being chiropractor takes skill to pop a neck right. That is
Absolutely.
true because I feel like
Yeah, you could literally kill someone,
Oh, yeah, man.
snap their neck.
One of my favorite chiropractic maneuvers, you would say, is what they call the Tubio lift, which is from Dr. Tubio. It's amazing. If you don't know what it is, look it up. 'Cause, I mean, it sounds amazing. Like, I'd love to have the Tubio lift done because I'd probably fix my neck up so much.
Listen, I'm not saying this boast or anything, but I'm a built-in chiropractor because I have motion Tourette's, so I shake and twitch my neck all the time, and it pops and cracks all the time, so I'm good. I don't need to go.
Gosh dang it.
Jane says Jane says Austin thinks everything except baby goats in pajamas is overrated, as I recall from last time.
The last time, that was the only thing I said that was underrated, and I got so much flack from a lot of people, especially Andy.
Oh, that's good.
But there's going to be something else, I promise you. One other thing in my lifetime will be underrated.
All right,
Just not chiropractors.
we're moving on.
All right.
AJ,
Yes.
1, 2, or 4?
2.
I figured you would. It's time for us to have a bit of a face-off. We're going to search for some sort of treasure, a national treasure. And we're going to go back in time. A time where there were people learning how to fly planes with air, or if you want to say it in Spanish, con air. And so there's a man who, over time, has gone into a wonderland. And Willie, you're not going to believe this. I know you're not. But he's coming back with all this weight. How do you guys feel about Nick Cage?
I was hoping for a Gone in 60 Seconds reference.
I thought about it, but I was like, that one's a bit too on the nose. That is one of my favorite movies of all time.
Oh, it's a great movie. I'm gonna say underrated. I love Nick Cage. We
even
talk
ask me.
we
He's
talk
gonna- he's
about it
gonna
all the
say
time.
overrated. He's
Don't
gonna
even-
say overrated.
We talk about it all the time, but he
Here's-
came out with a movie where he plays himself, and I want to see
it's
it so
absolutely
bad.
spectacular. Also, the fact that he came out with a movie, he doesn't say a single word, and it's so epic.
It is, dude.
It is so. There are not. I feel like there are not many actors. He just keeps exactly. Denise, laugh out loud. Austin hates him. Underrated. Lord of War is one of my favorite movies of all time.
I
Bro,
don't
He's
necessarily-
and he's going to be playing Dracula. I say underrated. The man is a national treasure.
He's a national treasure. He's a meme master.
And if you don't catch him, he's gone in 60 seconds.
That's right. That's
He's
right.
just a meme. Like, why would you watch movies where the guy goes and he talks like this and he's very dramatic all the time?
Because it's awesome.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
There's so many other great actors out there. He twitches more than me, and I have a disability technically.
I've never seen you so angry.
Overrated.
Man, he's angrily overrated on this one.
Brandon, good to see you, brother. Love you too.
Hey, Brandon.
Hey,
John.
Brandon. You came in at a good time.
Brandon says he's the Nickelback of movies. You're dang right he is.
That's
Yes.
the thing. I like Nickelback.
Perfect.
Me too.
Then you love Nick Cage.
No, I don't.
Also, moment of me being real. I looked over as I put my head down to laugh, and I realized how balding the top of my head is getting. It made me very sad.
It's gonna be
doesn't look
okay,
that
man.
bad.
It's gonna be okay.
Moving on.
Overrated, underrated.
Overrated, underrated. Bald
Balding.
spots. No. He twitches more than me. That's a high bar, my friend.
It is. I've had my entire life.
right.
I do it because of a
At this
disability.
point,
He does it by
I think we
choice.
just go ahead and finish it out, and we'll answer a couple questions and get out of here. All right. 1 or 4?
Let's go number one.
Number 1. Let's just put a hat on. That's the issue, is it causes more bald spots, Brandon. Anyways. Number 1. Okay. You go to a show. You buy tickets. You buy tickets to a show. A man walks out on stage, and you think, oh, because you bought tickets to a comedy show. And then he brings out a friend. His friend berates him the entire time. He's got a hand controlling him. It's amazing because they talk separately, but there's only one actual voice on stage, and it blows your mind. And sometimes, like, they just go ham. How do you guys feel about ventriloquists?
Yeah. First off, I have no clue what he's losing his mind about.
have no idea.
I have no clue what you're laughing about. I was like, what's happening?
Here's why I laughed. While you were describing it, AJ just kept looking up at your head.
I didn't even notice I was doing that.
You were sitting there talking and describing it, AJ just casually just kept looking up at your hair towards your pulse.
I didn't even realize I was doing it.
Jane, that's not a terrible idea.
Ugh.
Just put some of your beard hairs on your head. It'll be fine. No one will know.
Oh, ventriloquist. I'm going to say underrated because that is such a skillful thing, man. It takes a lot of talent to do that. So I appreciate the art.
Overrated. Okay, so we'll move on.
Actually,
Yeah.
underrated. Jeff Dunham was one of my favorite comedians of all time. I actually used
He's
to
very- he's very
practice
talented.
ventriloquism because of him.
That's fair.
Hey, yeah, John says you really drew him in.
Gosh dang, I'm not. And then Brandon's comment. Literally any of the hair. There's plenty to spare. Willie says, yeah, definitely underrated. Underrated. I love Jeff Dunham.
Nice.
Okay.
John also does.
As a whole,
Okay.
ventriloquists in general, overrated. I think they ran their course. I think there's better and smarter comedy. I think certain ventriloquists are underrated.
Got you.
And I do find them humorous, but I would say, like, of the ventriloquists, 90% of them I don't find funny.
Got you.
and it's because a lot of them use the same jokes.
Yeah.
Dummies have creeped me out ever since I watched that one Goosebumps. It's
Dude,
true.
I miss Goosebumps. That was a good show, man.
Never seen it.
Really? So
seen
good.
it.
All right, we got one more.
All right.
Overrated, underrated. It's the last one.
The last one. Here we go.
It's 1 o'clock in the morning.
Okay.
You wake up. You're hungry. You want something savory. You want something easy, but you feel like putting a little bit of effort.
Okay.
So you go, open the bread cabinet, pull out a couple slices of bread.
Okay.
Go to the fridge, pull out some butter.
Okay.
Butter them up. Both sides. Because that is the correct way to do this, by the way. Both sides of both
I
pieces.
know where this is going. I know where this is going.
You then go back to the fridge.
Yeah.
Most people will pull out a slice of Kraft Singles, but I ain't about that life. We're sprinkling on some Colby Jack and some maybe a little pepper jack if I feel a little crazy.
Okay.
You put it on the bread, you put it together, you put it in a pan, and you fry it. You grill it. There's cheese. How do you guys feel about grilled cheese?
Overrated.
What?
I'm actually with him on this.
What?
It's very simple, but it's just like I love just bread and cheese, but
Overrated.
Underrated, man. Grilled cheese is so freaking good. Unbelievable. Wow. I can't believe you guys think it's overrated.
underrated,
Your
man.
main course is chicken nuggets. Of course, you're gonna like grilled cheese.
Yes. I'm a simple man.
Definitely. I think it's
Simple.
overrated.
Underrated, man. Grilled cheese is the best thing ever. I don't know. It's not one of the things. Yeah, well, agree to disagree. Grilled PB&J. Now I will get on board with grilled PB&Js. You ever had a grilled PB&J?
I have not. I want
sounds
to try this
delightful.
now.
I've had
I want
it.
to try this now, Josh.
Oh, I guess I have. I've had a grilled one.
Overrated, but it's not a bad choice. Okay, underrated. Slap a piece of bologna on there, along with a little bit of Miracle Whip.
Wow.
See, that's not just a grilled cheese then. That's a
gotta
grilled
be
sandwich,
a
and that sounds good.
Bitter sandwich for me.
But the fact that it's
Underrated.
just grilled bread and
delicious.
cheese just sounds.
Don't judge. Man.
Yeah. Don't judge chicken
Listen,
nuggets, Austin.
I know coming from me, this is probably a shock because I love eating bread and I love eating cheese. I don't know, man. There's something about grilled cheese that just doesn't intrigue me.
Yeah.
Is it because of the payoff isn't as much as the effort you have to put into it?
Not necessarily, because I've put a lot of effort and stuff for very little payoff, and I enjoy it.
Huh, interesting. I don't know, man. I love grilled cheese, dude.
Oh,
I would
it's not-
eat so much grilled cheese.
Honestly, I think I would rather just take bread and put butter on it. Just eat a like a butter.
That is
sandwich.
very good as well.
Yeah, I'd rather do that.
I ate an entire loaf one time in one sitting
Just
with just
butter
bread.
bread?
Yep.
That's
Yeah,
impressive.
I just don't.
Jeff done it.
Just grilled cheese is just
All right.
overrated.
Cool, man. All right. Well, that was overrated, underrated, folks. Thank you guys so much for participating.
That's right.
All right, man. We've
So-
only got a few questions
Yeah.
left.
This is your guys' last chance. Slip a couple questions in.
I'll be checking.
AJ's gonna check real quick. But Brandon says, laugh out loud. Literally any D&D campaign, no real payoff, but super satisfying. I get it, Blake. That's not true. It depends on the campaign. You just have to finish one.
Ooh. Oof.
I want
Got
to
'em.
try a grilled PB&J now.
It's really good.
it's good, dude.
It's pretty good. All right, man.
But-
No anonymous questions.
No anonymous questions.
Nope.
So I think we got like one or two more here,
I think so.
and then we'll close up. So if you guys have any questions, you're running out of time.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's see. Let's just do number one. Here we go.
Numero uno.
If you have been baptized but do not love others, i.e., a lack of empathy for those in need, or you're indifferent or even disdainful towards those who are different from you, are you truly a believer?
I think that good question. I think that Paul talks about this, that when you come to know Christ and you become a believer, you still have the old you. He calls it the old man, where you're going to have moments of acting out of your old self, the flesh, as we call it. So in this case, if you've been baptized, which by the way, being baptized doesn't mean you're saved. By the way,
It's true, G.
it does not. That is we call it an outward declaration of an inward change. Do Christians get baptized? Yes. Does that mean baptism itself is what saves you? No. So just want to point that out.
Yeah.
But so lacking empathy for those in need. So if you have these things, I'd say it's sinful, but that doesn't mean you're truly not a believer. Now I will say this on that with that. if this is something you struggle with and you battle it, but you have a hard time, I think that,
Hey, Ryan.
that can be proven that you're still a believer. You're just you're having a hard time battling your flesh in some of these areas.
Yeah.
Now, if these are just things that you just don't even battle with and you just give into them and you just live like that's just who you are, then I mean, there's a possibility that you don't know Jesus. That is a possibility.
Yeah.
Because these are deep rooted things. Lack of empathy for those, disdainful towards those who are different from you. Like, I think of even like the Pharisees, for example. They were very disdainful towards others who were different from them.
That's true.
So yeah, man, I think that it doesn't mean that they're not truly a believer, but it also they could just be struggling with it. So I don't know. Hope that answers the question.
Yeah, the water does not save you. That doesn't make you a believer. Like you said, it's just an outward declaration.
Yep.
It's just symbolizing, hey, this is what I believe in. Like, it does not save you. Like, yeah. So I agree with everything you said. There's really nothing much more I can add to that.
Yeah, and I think you touched on it, but like there's a difference between struggling with it and having these thoughts, or maybe you do have a lack of empathy, but that doesn't mean you have to live out of it. And that'll be the difference between a believer and non-believer too. Is they can think and have the same feelings, think the same thing, have the same feelings. The believer is going to choose to not act out of it, and is going to do something to try to change it.
Yep.
The non-believer. The non-Christian is going to just be like, yeah, I hate those people, right?
Yeah.
Or whatever it is.
Oh yeah.
So, hey,
stuff.
good night, Scott. Thanks
Night,
for
Scott.
thanks for being on with us.
Love you, brother.
We'll see you Sunday.
Get some rest, man. All right. Cool.
Awesome.
Let's
What's
see.
the next question?
Next one is, let's do number 4. I think we didn't answer that one right.
I don't think so.
What is the benefit of a small or really big church? And in your opinion, what is too big?
So I think.
There's benefits to both.
Oh, absolutely.
Like-
A small church, you're going to have like a tighter community.
Yeah,
right.
Closer community.
As a whole, a large church you can still have that, but it's probably going to be a little bit more not segregated, but
Challenging, man. A lot more
it's definitely
challenging.
challenging. You're going to probably have some more like tight knit groups because it's impossible for if there's a church of 300, it would be impossible for the three of us to be close with 300 people.
Yep. Yep.
So I think the benefits of both the big church benefits of it is you get the weight and the pull to
do big things.
to do big church things, and you get to talk to several hundred people on a Sunday. The pastor gets that opportunity. You, as a church body, you get to have the opportunity to love on that many people every single week.
Yep.
A lot of influence. Big influence.
Yeah,
Yeah.
small churches can do big things too. It's just a lot more easier with bigger churches.
And it looks different too, So I think there are benefits to both.
Definitely.
And what's too big? I don't know if there's a church that gets too big.
It's true, man.
I don't know. I don't. In my opinion, I don't think so. As long as you can continue to do things that are biblical.
That's right. If it's gospel centered and it's focusing on Christ, like, I don't see what the problem is.
Yeah, I would say to that is like, what is too big? The question I would answer to that is everyone saved? No. So it's never too big.
That's right, man.
Exactly.
Because it makes me think of like our church. Like, I remember coming to a time when there was literally just 12 people in a circle, and that was our church. And now it's like we're averaging over 100. It's like, man, it's crazy. Like, we were 2 different sizes, and we've done great impact with a small amount. We've done great impact with the amount we're at now.
It's true, man.
Yeah.
It's good stuff. Cool.
Alex asked a question. Have you guys ever questioned if you're saved or not? And how did you think or decide that you are?
It's good. Good question, Alex. I mean, I know I've had moments of like, I'm like, am I saved or not? Like, I've had those moments. I've had those doubts. One thing that I can wrestle with sometimes that the Bible says is to work out your faith in fear and trembling. Because I'm like, I don't think that means to question whether you're saved or not, but I know like I that can lead me there sometimes to like think that. But I will say this, like, I don't know if this is right or not. This cannot be right to think. But to me personally, if I would rather have that question pop in my mind, like, am I doing this right? Am I saved or not? Rather than just be overly confident like a Pharisee was. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I think I would rather be in that camp than that other camp. That's just me. I don't know if that's right or wrong. That's just my personal opinion.
I think there's a healthy balance between the two.
Agreed.
Because there's a balance between trusting that once you make that decision, you are saved.
Yeah.
But not living out of it in the sense of, like example, like, oh, well, I'm saved, so I can go sin, or like
Right.
whatever. But yeah, Alex, I've 100% questioned that.
Yeah.
I remember there being a night with the Remnant House guys specifically, where like I broke down crying because I was like, I don't know if I'm actually saved.
Mm-hmm.
And I think one of the things that helped me was clearly talking to them and and them being like, what do you mean? Like, okay, do you remember this moment or whatever?
Mm-hmm.
And I think that a lot of times, hey, good night, John.
Night, John. Love you, dude.
See you, buddy.
A lot of times, if this is again from my experience, right?
Yeah.
If think back to the moment. What's the moment that you remember being saved and being changed? Right? Maybe not changed, but you remember that moment of saying, okay, this is the time that I gave my life to Christ, and I accepted Him as as Lord and Savior.
That's right.
If you can think of that time, I think that's a really, really good indication that you are saved.
That's right.
Yep.
Yeah. If you can confess your lips and believe your mouth that Jesus Christ is Lord. Wait. What?
Confess with your believe with your mouth, confess with your lips, and believe in your heart.
Yeah, that Jesus Christ is Lord. There we go. If you are confident that you've done that, then I'd say like you're saved. And like if you go to the remnant, that's one thing that Todd does very well and does every week is he tells the gospel, and like he says, if you can confess with your lips and believe in your heart that Jesus Christ is Lord, you are saved. Boom, there it is. And you don't, again, even in that moment, you don't have to have it all figured out. So, like, if you've done that, there it is. To me, there's the indication, And then as time goes on, fruit of the Spirit will come. So that will be the indication as well.
That's good. Yeah. Look at your life and the fruit of the Spirit and stuff. And
Absolutely,
those things.
you'll see it.
Yeah, I know. I've questioned it before.
Yeah.
And then I've had like thoughts and doubts. I'm like, man, am I really saved? And then I've had moments where it's like, okay, I know for a fact I am saved. Like, and I feel like because we're human and because we have sinful natures and because we have our fleshly side, like we're going to question it. Like that's just my personal opinion. Like, but we can like choose whether to live out of that, or we can choose to not live out of that and know and like reassure ourselves that hey, I know I'm saved. So if like, that's just honestly my opinion of you on it.
That's good.
I was thinking while you were talking, so you made me think of this. If the thought is, well, I remember that moment and I think I was saved, but now I've done something so I'm not saved anymore, that's not true.
No.
So don't let that lie creep in that because you've done something since you were saved that you can lose it, because you cannot lose it. Yep. It is a free gift given to you, and if you can lose it, it's no longer a gift, and if you have to do something for it, it's no longer free.
Yeah.
So that free gift of salvation, being saved, was given to you. So once you choose to receive it and you take it, there's no way to get rid of it.
It's good.
Absolutely, yeah.
It's good.
Now you can deny you have it, but you can't lose it. But that's a different.
Yep.
That's a different topic. But
Trent says,
depending on the season quite a bit, especially since I had renounced Christ at one point. For me, I trusted what I believe God told me through prayer and trusting a wise biblical counsel that pointed out my fruit that I was blind to. That's good. Which goes back to what you said, AJ. Like trust people around you. Ask questions like, hey, what do you guys see in me that says this? Or like, hey, like I'm questioning this. What So that's good.
Absolutely.
that's really good.
Nice, man.
All right,
Do we have any more questions?
I think we got one more. You can check the anonymous, and then I think we're gonna wrap up.
Man,
And
been a
this
pretty
one,
good night.
oh yeah, this one should be all right. So, what exactly goes under the category of sexual immorality? The Bible talks about it a lot, but I'm not sure what specifically goes under that.
So for sexual morality, I mean, I guess I'll kind of throw it the other way. So sex is confined to the context of marriage between a man and a woman. Anything outside of that is sexually immoral.
Yep.
That's it. Yeah. Anything sexual outside marriage between man and woman, done.
Yep.
Boom. Good job.
There it is.
There's nothing else to add.
No, there's not. Like, this is one of those moments where it's like there's nothing else to add.
Yeah.
Like the Bible clearly states sex is between a man and a woman through marriage.
Yeah. Now, if you have any sort of specific questions, ask them.
Yeah.
But as far as like, I guess that's just my coverall right
No,
there.
I think that's dead on. The Bible covers all these different situations, but
Sure.
at the end of the day, that's it. That's all
Yep.
it is. So,
If you are not married to a woman, if you're a man, anything outside of that is sexually immoral.
yep. Man and woman in marriage.
That's it.
So
Cool, man.
all right. Well, I think that's it. I think we're gonna wrap up. Thank you guys for hanging out.
Hey,
Talk is real. The entertainment is cheap.
TB, baby.
What up?
You and tagline chumps. Love you, man.
I don't think I said it.
Usually I do, and I don't think I did today either.
I might have though. Who knows?
Because I might have.
It's
I
very
didn't say
possible.
it. I'm good. I didn't say it.
Talk is really entertainment is cheap. Get your own tagline chumps. That's so good.
The chat is
Average.
average. The the fun stuff
Enjoyable
is
moment.
not expensive.
Yes. I talk.
Awesome. But thank you guys so much. Yeah, thank you too, Kelsey. Have a good night.
See you, Kelsey.
So, Austin, thanks for coming on, dude. You did an awesome job. Love you.
Love you guys.
Yeah, thanks for making us hurt.
You're welcome.
Fun turn. Good job tonight. Good job running the man in the station back
right,
there.
man.
So,
Or as
AJ?
Todd would say, the control center.
Well, we can't. He told him to get, yeah. Or the control station. Control center.
Was it? I don't remember what it was. I think it was control
So
center.
you're saying we're average? No. No, we're saying we are. We're saying we are, not you guys.
Where the hosts are average. There we go.
The hosts are average and the fun stuff is okay.
Yeah, there you go.
But yeah, thank you guys so much. AJ, good job tonight, dude.
You too, man. Appreciate you.
Yeah. You got anything for the people?
First off, I love you. I love you a lot. I love you greatly. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for being a part of Real Talk and Real Talk Live. If you have not checked out our podcast, it's called Real Talk Web Series. It's available on all podcast platforms. It's also available on Rumble, YouTube, and Facebook in video form. It's very similar to live here that you're watching now, but it's just more in depth. We answer questions. We talk about our lives. It's really cool. So if you guys are interested in that, you can find it on any of those platforms. Other than that, if it wasn't for you guys, we wouldn't do this. So thank you so much for being a part of this ministry just as much as we are. If it's not for you, it wouldn't happen. So you guys are awesome, and I love you.
Yeah. Fun turn, you got anything?
If you're in
Fun,
the area,
fun guys. Gosh dang, there's so much fun here.
Yep.
if you're in the area, come check out the Remnant Church. We're located in Columbia City, Indiana. We'd love to have you. Service starts at 11. And I'm gonna ask something really weird. If this has blessed you in any way by watching this or watching the podcast, would you consider donating to the Remnant Church so we can bless others and those around us? It doesn't matter the amount; every little bit helps, and you can do that by going to our website or going to www.theremnant.life/give, and God moves through mysterious ways, dude. And it doesn't matter the amount; it's just whatever you're faithful to. And that's it. This would not be possible without you guys doing that. So I appreciate and love you guys. You guys did awesome. Love you guys. Thank you for letting me come on and torturing you guys for a little bit of fun.
Yeah. Like Austin said, come and check us out.
Yes.
Church sponsored us. The Remnant Church in Columbia City, Indiana. We'd love to have you. Other than that, remember, you guys are loved. We love you. God loves you. He sent his son to die, so you don't have to worry about where you're going. And all you have to do is accept that. So we love you guys so much. Thank you. Remember, the question link is open 24/7, 365. So if you have anything that comes to mind, drop it in there. Go check out the pre-recorded because we get to go a little bit more in depth with some of the questions and deeper questions as well. But other than that, I think that's it.
I think that's it.
Thank you guys so much. Have a great night, and God bless you guys.